Hello everybody, and welcome back to the last part of 2 Stars Too Sexy. I'm CU Fantasy, and today I'm going to be reviewing Dark Monsters. I'm going to have to talk quieter today because I'm recording really late at night, and everyone's sleeping. I just finished writing part of my thesis. I've been working on that all day, and it's like due very soon. Yeah. Alright, so same as every day, I begin today with a wish. I'm feeling lucky. Yeah, I'm feeling really lucky. I don't know. I think I deserve something good because I've been working hard all day. No, they're not gonna give me something good. It's gonna stop right here. Yeah. See, who guessed it? I've been wishing so many times. I've been analyzing this wishing page since the beginning of time, and I know what it's gonna give me. Yeah. Alright, on with the review. So, as usual, start with the Dark Elemental, Low Elemental, Havana. I have no idea how to get this guy at all. If you do, keep him around because he's probably super rare. Looking at his skills, he's not that... He's okay to level as a fodder because he has his accuracy bonus, but it's not as useful as the attack because not everyone has these skills that require accuracy, but everyone needs attack. So he's not going to be that good to level as a fodder in comparison to the fire or the wind one, which adds HP. Yeah. Although he's purple, he looks quite cool, so you know, keep him around if you ever come across getting one of these. Sauron is the Dark Fairy. I heard she could be quite good for a single target CC because she has 2 skills that like just can stun lock for days. First skill is just like the Light Fairy's skill, or the Wind Fairy also has this. It just attacks and stuns. The second attack attacks targets randomly, and if they both hit the same target, it'll stun. This is pretty good when there's like only one target left. Use this and it'll hit the same target for sure and stun them and do high damage. She's decent as an attack unit, but not super good. You could use her because she's dark type and she doesn't have any elemental weakness, so if you need a dark type attacker early game, you could use her. She's not bad. Garrick is the Dark Imp. His first 2 skills is just like the Wind Imp, and I really don't like these 2 skills because, well, considering he's like, you can go full attack with him, he's better than the fire one because like both of his skills just basically just do damage, and his third skill is a passive that basically when the enemy's HP is lower, you have higher attack power against that unit. For straight out damage, he might even be better than the Dark Fairy, but imps are quite squishy and he's not going to be that useful late game, so I would not suggest leveling this guy. Cameron is the Dark Pixie. Her first 2 skills are exactly like Shannon's, the Wind Pixie, with the only difference being her 3rd skill. She is an attack type monster, so she has slightly better attack. She can use this to basically drain life, and the first 2 skills are debuff skills. This one makes it so the enemy has a chance to land a glancing hit, and the second one decreases their attack speed of all enemies, and 80% chance is really high. If you're gonna level her, might as well level Shannon, because, you know, Shannon's got the buff, and the buff's OP as hell. Yeah, don't level her, level Shannon. Goro is the Dark Warbear. He is a HP type monster. He's quite tanky. I found him very, very similar to the Fire Warbear. His first two skills are exactly the same. The first one, all Warbears have this, decreases the enemy's attack gauge and does damage based on max HP. If you have a Ramagos, you'll know that this skill actually is decent because you build full HP on Ramagos and these Warbear type monsters. His second skill doesn't do that much damage. I've faced a lot of Fire Warbears before in the arena, and this skill doesn't do that high of damage, but it doesn't decrease attack power. His third skill is like a attack skill. It crits and stuns the enemy if you land a critical hit. So the critical chance is higher for this skill, and if it crits it stuns the enemy. I actually don't see a reason to level this guy, because I don't think he's not going to be useful anywhere later on in the game. So yeah, but if you like collecting dark monsters, you can add them to your collection or something like that. Play Pokemon. Rizak is the Dark Garuda. All the Garudas have this first skill. It hits and it has a chance to stun. His second skill is a continuous damage dot for 3 turns, reusable for 4 turns. You can decrease the cooldown time by 2 turns, so it can be 2 turns, and continuous damage for 3 turns. This passive is actually quite strong because it increases resistance and accuracy, so his stun will stun more and his dot will have a higher chance to hit. I think he would be okay in some situations, as there probably aren't that many monsters that have a stun and a dot skill, but don't really see where you need both of those skills, because usually if you're using a dot monster, it's mainly to fight bosses, and a lot of times stuns don't work on bosses. So if you want to bring him into like a dungeon team in order to do the boss, he's not going to be that useful. The Cameron, I think this guy is, looking at skills, I think he's actually pretty good, because his first skill decreases the attack power of all, not all enemies, but the one he attacks, but with a 50% chance. His second skill is just like the Wind Salamander. It leaves a continuous damage dot for 3 turns, and reusable in 1 turn, but you can lower it for 1 turn, so it's reusable in 2 turns, meaning you can always have a dot on the enemy. His passive is actually what makes him, I think in my opinion, quite strong as a boss killer, because in a lot of those giants or elemental dungeons, the bosses actually have a stun, or have a chance to stun you when they attack, and that makes you waste a turn. But for this guy, if you have immunity against freeze and stun, and he does additional damage based on the target's max HP. So this guy has a dot damage, and he also has a skill that damages the boss based on his max HP, and usually bosses have a really, really high HP, so you need skills that damage max HP or leave dots on the boss in order to take him down. And as a bonus, he also decreases attack power, so he can drag the fight longer, and he's a defense monster, so you can build him as full tanky, and if you're using him in a survival team, he'll help your team survive better by decreasing the boss's attack power, and at the same time do really high damage with his dot and his passive on the boss. So if I ever come around his secret dungeon, which I probably haven't, or maybe I have, and I haven't noticed it before, but I'm gonna try to get one of these, and I'm gonna try to level him up and see how well he does in the dungeons. I think this guy could be really, really good. Chacha is the Dark Howl. He is not that good because all the Howls, they pretty much all have the first two skills are the same. It's either the spell or the heal for the second skill. The first skill is always this attack skill. If you attack, it increases your attack bar by 30%. His second skill heals and also removes a harmful effect on the ally. This is quite useful in my opinion because you can heal someone, and it's really strong as a healing skill. However, his last skill is what makes him, I guess, in a way inferior to the Water Howl Lulu, because Lulu can dispel debuffs on all his allies and heal them, but this one makes it so that he attacks someone and transfers his harmful effects onto that person. It's really hard to compare the two skills, but if you ask me which skill I would rather have on my healer, I would like 90% of the time I would say Lulu's skill is better. So this skill definitely has its like specific uses, but it's probably not going to be as useful as Lulu's skill in most situations. Kume is the Dark Yeti. He is somewhat similar to the Fire Yeti. His first two skills are exactly the same. He also has as a bonus, he also has this later skill that increases the HP of all dark monsters by 25%, which is quite a lot. Slash Hook is quite good because it can decrease the attack speed of the enemy. And Shadow Burst, I guess it's kind of similar to Fire Burst. The skill does pretty high damage because you would be building HP on the monster. But I would rather have the Fire Yeti's third skill rather than this, because this one reflects the damage back at enemy and fills their attack bar, but I would rather have the shield because it would make him much tankier, because the Fire Yeti really isn't known for his first two skills. He's more known for his third skill. This could be useful in some situations. Maybe if you have him like ruined with despair or something, he could fill his attack bar sooner and then attack again with his first skill or something like that. Maybe he could work pretty well as a dark tank, especially with his leader skill, but in most situations I don't think he's going to be that useful, because you specifically need enemies to attack you, and he doesn't even have a taunt skill. So if you're putting him like in arena defense or something like that, the enemy isn't probably going to attack you first, and all you have is these other two skills that decrease attack speed. But although they are really good skills, it makes it so that he is somewhat lacking as a tank. I think that's just my opinion. Alright, so yeah, this is the end of the series of 2 Stars Too Sexy. I hope that everyone enjoyed, and yeah, I really had fun making this. More Summoners War content will be coming out soon. I try to make as many, I try to make at least a video every single day. And yeah, I hope everyone enjoyed, and happy summoning. Peace.